I used to wake up crying, not from nightmares, from the good ones, the kind where my dad was still alive, where I was running through a field I've never actually been to, where I could fly, not like a superhero, just gently, like a leaf that forgot to fall. And then one day, I stopped dreaming, or at least I stopped remembering them, which I later learned might be the same thing. I didn't notice at first. Life was busy. I'd wake up, stare at the ceiling, and think, nothing happened last night. Just blank, just black. But after a few weeks of that, something shifted, something I couldn't name yet. Here's what they don't tell you in sleep articles. Dreams aren't just random noise. They're your brain doing something extraordinary in the dark. Every night, if everything is working the way it should, you cycle through something called REM sleep. Rapid eye movement. Your eyes dart back and forth beneath your eyelids, like you're watching something urgent. Because you are. During REM, your brain processes emotion. It takes the raw, tangled memories of the day and it files them, softens the sharp edges, helps you make sense of things you didn't understand while you were awake. It's like having a therapist. You never have to pay, working on you every single night. But what if that therapist stopped showing up? I started noticing things, little things at first. I was more irritable. Not road rage irritable, just thin, like my patience was paper that had been left in the rain. I'd forget things, not important things, just the texture of things. I couldn't remember what song was playing when I drove home Tuesday. I couldn't recall whether I'd enjoyed dinner or just eaten it. Then the bigger thing happened. I stopped being creative. I'm a writer. Or I was, at least. I used to have ideas in the shower, ideas on the subway, ideas that would jolt me awake at 2 a.m. and make me reach for my phone. And then, nothing. I'd sit at my desk and stare at a blank page and feel not blocked, not frustrated, just empty, like someone had left a door open somewhere inside. Me and everything had quietly walked out. Research backs this up. When people are deprived of REM sleep, when the dreaming stage is cut short, their ability to solve problems creatively drops. Their emotional regulation suffers. Their memory consolidation weakens. But the research doesn't tell you what it feels like. It feels like being a slightly worse version of yourself every single day and not knowing why. There's something else no one talks about. Dreams are where we go to be with the people we've lost. I know that sounds strange, but think about it. How many times have you dreamed of someone who's gone? A grandparent, a friend, someone you loved who isn't here anymore. In dreams, they're just there, alive, laughing at something, handing you a cup of tea. And when you wake up for exactly 3 seconds, you forget they're gone. And then you remember. And that grief hits fresh, yes, but there's also something in it. A gift, a visit. When you stop dreaming, you lose that. You lose the only place where time doesn't matter, where logic doesn't apply, where the people and places and versions of yourself that no longer exist can still show up and sit beside you for a while. I lost that for almost 8 months, and I didn't realize how much I'd been relying on it. So what happened? I didn't do anything dramatic. No sleep clinic, no prescription. I just started paying attention. I put my phone across the room. I stopped watching anything stressful in the last hour before bed. I started sleeping in a room that was a little cooler, a little darker. I bought a journal and put it on my nightstand, not to write in at night, but in the morning, to catch whatever fragments were still there when I woke up. At first there was nothing. Then there was a color, just a color, a deep kind of rust orange that I couldn't explain. Then there was a sound, someone laughing somewhere in a house I didn't recognize. And then one morning, about 3 weeks in, I woke up with tears on my face. And I knew. I'd been somewhere. I'd seen someone. I couldn't hold on to the shape of it, but it had happened. I'd been dreaming again. And I lay there in the early morning quiet, and I just let myself feel grateful for something most people never think about. If you've been waking up to nothing, no images, no feelings, no fragments at the edge of consciousness, take it seriously. Not because something is catastrophically wrong, but because dreaming isn't a bonus feature of being human. It's not extra. It's where your mind heals itself. It's where your emotions find their footing. It's where your creativity breathes. It's where the people you love can still reach you. You deserve all of that. So tonight, put the phone down a little earlier. Let the room get quiet. Let your mind go somewhere. And if you wake up tomorrow with even a single strange image in your head, a door you've never opened, a street you've never walked, a face that made you feel something you can't explain, write it down. That's not randomness. That's your mind doing what it was always meant to do, taking care of you.